Absolutely fantastic. What an intro video. Do you know what? That video intro from this game still gives me shivers down my spine. They certainly don't make intros like that no more. I mean, it's so well done. You just don't get that in today's current games. But anyway, like I was saying, all right, this is a review for the classic Call of Duty 2. Now, I'm doing this because obviously we had the reveal trailer of the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War reveal the other day, so I'm going to try and collect all of the Call of Duties from this one going forward, bar Call of Duty Black Ops 4, because I've heard crap stuff about that, and just try and play them and review them. So starting off with Call of Duty 2, and what a fantastic game this was, or still is. I've had so much fun with this. It's unbelievable. Now it's based in the Second World War, and you get a single player campaign which is based over three different areas. You got the Russian, the British, and the American, and they're all fantastic. You play as one person in each area. For example, in the Russian, you play Private Vasily, and you are obviously the majority of the Russian bit campaign is you're trying to take back Stalingrad from the Germans. You get your various different missions. You've got sniper sections. You've got blowing up tank section. You've got obviously your open battlefield section. I mean, to be honest, the game is absolutely fantastic. I'm enjoying this game more than your even current Call of Duty games. It's absolutely fantastic. It's just, granted, the graphics isn't as good, and I will be honest, the movement is a bit clunky, especially aiming down the sights. It's a bit slow, but I'm having a blast with this game. It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, just everything from the sound to from the bullets flying past you to the sound of the German voices all over the place, from the sound of the explosions themselves. Um, everything about this game is absolutely fab. Probably, to be honest, I would play this more than the current Call of Duty games you get now. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. Um, you play, like I say, you play Private Facility trying to take back Stalingrad. The environment is more snow ridden. Obviously, being in Russia, you get the snowfall coming down in terms of weather. Granted, as like I say, you get the sort of blown out houses and buildings, apartment blocks, and all that sort of stuff. Blown out cars littered about the place. And not as detailed as what you would get current gen, but for the time, this game was absolutely fantastic. Um, in terms of weapon choice, obviously with the Russians, you've got your usual Second World War Russian weapons, so don't expect sort of plasma guns and laser guns and all this sort of stuff that you get nowadays. And you can't run walls, you can't run up walls and jetpack yourself over a hole. This is old school Second World War shooter, and I'll be honest, this game probably defined the Second World War shooters that you get nowadays. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've been playing it. I've played the Russian campaign and the British campaign. I haven't played the American one yet, but I've played enough to know that I'm having more fun with this than I have done any sort of more recent Call of Duty games. Um, in terms of gameplay itself, I mean, to be honest, that's what's great about this game. It's not filled with. I mean, when I say story mode, it's campaign. It's not filled with cinematic cutscenes like you get in today's Call of Duty games. The actual story, you can kind of gain a gist of what the story is from the loading screens. We can get these little diary pages of that particular character, and you read that, and it kind of tells you what's going on, what the squad is doing, and what you've got to do next. And obviously, you follow your orders from your commander during the gameplay. And what you'll get a little star symbol on your HUD, and you've literally got to make your way to that star. It doesn't give you waypoints, doesn't tell you how to get there. There's no arrow above your head showing you which way you've got to go. I mean, it's not a massive open world, but you've got to make your own way there. And the satisfaction of running through and and shooting the sound effects to shooting the Germans themselves, and it feels really, really good to putting the sticky bombs on your Panzer tanks and them exploding, blowing up. I mean, it even does it sort of does these sort of in-game cinematics rather than doing a sort of taking control from you cinematic. It does an in-game cinematic where you put a sticky bomb on the tracks of the tanks, and then one of your comrades will run over to the tank, open the top up, throw a grenade in, bang, off it goes, and that's all the Germans inside dead. And I prefer that rather than these. I mean, the current Call of Duty is what it does is it takes control from you because the developers want you to see something that they've created. Basically, the graphical fidelity of the game they want you to see, whereas this doesn't take control from you. You just go and do it. And that's what I love about these old Call of Duty games. I mean, to be honest, there's not really much to say. I can review it and I can say how great it is and how much fun I'm having with it. I mean, I bought it for 11 quid from the Xbox game store, and I'm having a blast. To be honest, I still think, I mean, I could have bought the disc version for, what, a couple of quid, from somewhere, one of those second-hand game shops, but I couldn't be bothered to do that, so I just downloaded it digitally for 11 quid, which I still think is a little bit steep for a 15-year-old game, but I'm absolutely loving it, to be honest. And like I say, my next one I'll probably buy is Call of Duty 3 in a couple of days. Like I say, I mean, even the menu on this game doesn't feel dated. I mean, like I say, the graphics and the movement do slightly feel dated. The graphics aren't dated enough that you're going to sit there and go, "Oh my god, I can't play this because the graphics are so shit." The graphics are actually hold up reasonably well in today's world, and you can still have a blast with the game. In terms of the sound, the music, everything, the audio on this game is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I still don't remember playing a Call of Duty current game that I'm sitting there going, "Oh, the audio is fantastic on this game." Do you know what I mean? Whereas this Call of Duty 2, I'm saying that, I'm actually thinking that in my head. Um, it's such a great game. It's just a shame. I mean, the campaign has 27 missions. 27 missions. It's such a long campaign. Can you imagine a current Call of Duty having 27 missions and putting that love and care and attention into a campaign? No, they won't do that nowadays because it's all about multiplayer. I mean, this had multiplayer, but it's when multiplayer wasn't a big thing. So their selling point was the campaign. And my God, it still sells now. And I think this is what they should be doing in current Call of Duties, making these sort of campaigns, making these lengthy campaigns where you get 3 different areas, and you're all over the world, and it's absolutely fantastic. Moving on to the British the British part of the campaign, uh, you're in Africa, El Alamein to start with, and you're trying to defeat Rummel in sort of desert warfare, and you're part of the what they call the Desert Rats, where you're Colonel Colin Montgomery. I was going to say Colin Montgomery, then Colonel Montgomery is your leader, and obviously you've got to try and take over, defeat Rummel, basically. The American one, like I say, I haven't played yet. But I can imagine that's going to be reasonably round about the same, but just a slightly different story. I can't. Do you know what, guys? I can't say enough about this game. I just absolutely fantastic. I mean, even that intro video to the game itself is fantastic. It's brilliant. You just don't get it like that no more. It's unreal. Like I say, I'm still playing it once I've done this video. As you can see in this video, I died a few times from basically tank shooting me, because there's one thing that is slightly annoying about this game is when you're hiding behind a wall, the tanks can. It's not annoying, it's realistic, but I died a few times and I fell off a couple of buildings from a bit of a height and I died. But one of the downfalls of this. It's very hard to understand because you're listening to the sound of the bullets and the explosions so much. It's sometimes hard to hear your instructions, so you have to pause it to look at your objectives, because your commander will tell you what your objective is, but you can't hear it unless you read the subtitles. But then you're taking your eye off the game. You have to sort of pause it to read the objectives, and sometimes you could die from that, which I did a couple of times because I was too busy trying to read the subtitles. to know what my next objective is. Like one of the points in the desert, I had to pinpoint these tanks that were coming over the hillsides, and every time I did that, but I couldn't hear that at first. It took me a bit of time to work out what I had to do next, and then I realised I could sort of shut the background sound off, and listen to the voice of my commander, and I managed to suss out what he was asking me to do. That was one of the downfalls of this, because they don't glaringly put the objective on your HUD, which is a good thing, because I know a lot of people, like in modern day games, we like to try and keep that off, the HUD as minimal as possible. But it does make it slightly difficult when everything that's going on around you, to understand what you got to do next. But like I say, I mean, if there's any parents out there that want to buy a cheaper old Call of Duty game that can be educational, if you want it to be. It depends whether you go and research the areas that you're in, but in terms of, if you want to buy your young child, a game that's not like, graphically over the top gore like you can get in the modern games, which are more sort of for adults, whereas these old school ones, young child can play these, I reckon, because they're not I wouldn't call these adult games. They're just very well done, and I think you could buy them for your child and get them into the Call of Duty series if you want. Even collect them for your child one at a time, and it'd be great. And it'll also give your child a way to experience the old versions of Call of Duty, the old school Call of Duties, when the game was good. So there's not much more I can really say about this game. I mean, I think it's fantastic, and I would personally give this game an absolutely massive, massive, massive thumbs up, and worth a purchase. Obviously, if you want to go out and buy the disc version for a lot cheaper, you can. So like I say, it's an absolutely fantastic game, and it would be worth a buy. So yeah, I would say I'm going to now go on and finish the game now, the campaign. I've got to go and do the American version, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would like to say thank you for watching, and please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you soon.